Intolerable. Yep, same thing that happened last night. I don't fucking know, like... It's literally just like... Sorry, 30 seconds of no internet. Not even enough to detect it, like, on my computer. Like, you know, like, if you like, lose connection, it shows you, like, that internet loss symbol. It can't even, like, the computer won't even refresh in time for that to actually be detected. It's literally like a 15-second drop. But that's enough, obviously, to interrupt, like, what we're doing here, because... Son of a fucking bitch. God. Makes you so mad. Are you in Wi-Fi? Nope. I am not. I'm on the Ethernet. Because I'm smart. Oh no, I might call them. I legit might call them because I pay a lot of money for this internet. Updated our router. I'm gonna be real. What? How can I tell if it has an update or not? Hi. Hi. Like how can you tell? The what? If we haven't done it, it probably hasn't. It's new. What's a router's admin interface? Give up on FF14 and play Minecraft instead? Don't think about that. No thank you. What the fuck? Damn, no one's gonna do it. Yo, what the fuck was that, dude? I was hoping all the pretty purple shit was gonna stay so I could take a nice G pose. Like, yo, Gaius, a nail popped out of that thing? As ever, an impressive display. Thank you. Well, I'm sure you will concur the ultimate weapon pales in comparison to this new monstrosity. The research is allowed to continue, the next battle will be nigh unstoppable. Excuse me? The Mind the Alliances listed the help of... Wait, I hear something? Who are you? Hi. Yes, if the remains of the ruby weapon, are you? It's a dragon girl. Dragons. What do you think you're doing? Valley. What? I choked on some spit there. It was like I thought we were calling him Daddy Gaius because he's hot. What? Are you kidding? Huh? Where? When? Who? With? Shut up. With where? Who? When? Where? If anyone wants to clip me almost dying there, go for it, by the way. You have my consent. Almost died. Jeez. What? No, Eris in this situation would just be like... Eris would, like, fall over. Oh my god. Holy shit. The plot nearly takes you out. It's been too long, Alphonse, and you too, Rex. Who named their son? He named his son Alphonse? Oh, he's mad. Oh, is Gaius a deadbeat dad? The Empire is proceeding with the weapon project, making inroads. The arrows are supposed to only matter of time until our paths crossed. Deadbeat dad, Gaius? Wonderful to see you again, Father, although I can't say I think much of the company you've been keeping. Fucking talk about me, bitch! Square up! Also, I'm just glad you're alright, and now you can come back to Garlemald with us. Ooh! Ooh, no! My days serving the Empire are over. Because you're suspected of assassinating Emperor Varys? Oh no. Bruno, you never do such a thing like that. There must be a way to prove your innocence. Then everything can go back to the way it was. Oh, she looks so sad. I love her eyes, too. Oh, echo time! I also probably look like Satan incarnate to these people, too. I'm assuming. Did Gaius adopt all of these kids? Did he? Oh, Gaius. So you found you two shivering on the roadside and was going through a werewolf? Lucky for you, eh? They just... I mean, he'd probably be dead by now. He just... Gaius out here being like, ah, yes, a child without any parents. I will raise you. Ah, yes, a child without any parents. I will raise you. Ah, yes, a child without any parents. I will raise you. Call me Batman. Such dedication. Such paternalation. Gaius be finding orphans, like... Gaius be finding orphans everywhere he'd go and be like, is that a child without parents? Looks like you need a father figure. Time for me to raise you. Oh my god. Guys are just like holding like a gaggle of children being like, I found them. They're in need of a father figure. And they're just like... Iron-blooded orphans? Oh god. Sal? Child without any connections. Wow, cries. I can't see through all this bias you have here. Can I keep the Varys, please? Interesting. I wonder why this Conquer Province has so many orphans in it. Crazy. If we hadn't, we'd probably be dead by now. 3 of us, our parents died in the epidemic. The epidemic? The big on the street corners if it weren't for him. So it's just where we could repay Lord Gaius for all the kindness he's shown us. Where's the Empire? So that's what we should do. That'll make him proud. Ah, wrong lesson. Wrong lesson to take. You're saying we should join the army? Wrong lesson! Wrong lesson! Oh, it's such a good idea. Everyone in Werler is scared of the Garleans. Why would we want to be like them? Lord Gaius is different. I know he is. Right, he always says that the strong should lead the weak. Maybe that's why he took us in. Right, I'm becoming a soldier. If becoming a soldier is what it takes, I'll do it. Who's with me? I mean, maybe one day people look up to us like Lord Lahi! Which, thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it. Hope you're having a magical day, because my neighbor magical. Love you so much. Welcome. And one day people look up to us like we do Lord Gaius. Settle from now on, we're all brothers and sisters fighting for the same cause. Brothers and sisters? Would that make Lord Gaius our father? Well, he doesn't mind us calling him that, I suppose so. That makes you our big brother. Since you're the oldest, you better be nice to us or I'm telling father, haha. 5 kids. He, like, adopted 5 kids. Huh. So they adopted him. Garlamaldi. I still love that username. Yeah, no, that's kind of what seems a bit like it, yeah. Since you went away, let us change the empire for us too. If we'd known you were still out there, still alive, none of this would have happened. What do you mean? Truth is... Must go, I will not stop you, but answer me this. Who was piloting the ruby weapon? We all know Nail von Darnus has not returned from the dead. It was one of his kids, wasn't it? Who do you think saw that coming? It was Melisandre? No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe you would let that happen. She was a sister to you, to all of you. We only want to finish what you started. Well, we'll never forget all you have done for us. The next time we meet, we shall be as enemies. Goodbye, Father. As for you, hero of yours, you'll pay for what you did to Miss Melisandre. I'll swear it. So he's gonna pilot the next weapon. I have a lot of thoughts in my head. Hi, Sarah. Where do I begin? Begin with the child soldiers. Some iron-blooded orphans. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Okay. Whoa, I am deeply uncomfortable right now. Okay, we're gonna break this down one piece at a time, because there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack with all of that. So like, first of all, let's start with the weapon. All right, so the ruby weapon is some kind of horrific flesh amalgamation. And it somehow absorbed its pilot, because these things are more equivalent to like Evangelions, right? And Warframes and stuff like that. It somehow absorbed its pilot and like rewrote their DNA and then like split them out as like Nail or some shit like that. A horrific transformation sequence, kind of akin to a Sin Eater in a way, but with more of like a persona attached to it. It's like a mind and body like kind of transformation. And that happened to Gaius's kid. You thought it was Gundam, but me, Evangelion. So much worse, actually. Now, presumably his children are all adults, given their, you know, adult character models. That is pretty terrible, though. Holy shit, dude. This whole quest chain's extremely uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie, I think this quest line should calm down. I think it should calm down. I think this is getting to almost a bit gratuitous. I don't know, maybe I have to wait and see where this goes, but like... I mean, Gaius seemed to care more than they did. Like, we see him get, like, angry and surprised with him. He's like, you wouldn't, like, no, you could not have let her do that. And they're like, oh, well. It's like... Like, he seemed to care way more than they did. They're, like, more so upset with me for killing her. But they saw all what happened, right? Because they're following ARR Gaius's mentality. I mean, sure, but they're responsible for their own actions. Like, you can't pin that entire thing on Gaius. Gaius didn't make her get into the mech. Like, if I saw my sibling have done that, I'd ask the defect immediately. Like, yo, what the fuck? I feel like they had already prepared for the eventuality of what could have happened. They believe in what Gaius believed in. Only to find out that he lost one, like, just basically helped kill one. Yeah. Though, to be honest, could you even argue that we killed her? Because, like, we killed Nail. We didn't kill her. She was gone. Like, if anything, Nail, the ruby weapon, killed her. That's, if anything, that's what happened, right? How do you get from, hey, people will see us as heroes, to being fine with becoming flesh monsters? I feel like a fuckload of propaganda. I feel like that's what, right? I guess, like, Sal has a good point where, like, we sort of shattered Gaius's worldview when we fought him. When we proved him wrong. When we proved him wrong, we kind of shattered his worldview. And Gaius being, I guess, a somewhat, I don't know if I want to use the word mature, but at least wise individual, realized it was time to change. It was time to move on, right? It was time to... His worldview had been solidly broken, and it was time for him to find something else, right? But like, the kids don't have that kind of perspective. They're a lot younger. They also, I guess, also understandably probably haven't, he's a lot older than they are, so his perspective's probably a bit wider, right? Basically all they've ever known has been the Empire, and Gaius, for really all he's ever known, has been the Empire too, but he's at least seen more of the world, right? He's seen more of what it can be. And I like to imagine that is where that's where like that sort of helps him. Slightly mind washed. Nah. Their brain's in the washer right now. It's on a spin cycle. Like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure he is in his 50s. Like, he's a lot older. He's seen a lot of shit, right? They haven't. They don't have the same perspective he does. They think the Empire is the end-all be-all. That's why she was like, you can come back with us. She's like, oh, because you're accused of like assassinating the Emperor. Like, no, you can like come back though. Like, you would never do that. And Gaius is like, I have to stop these weapons. What are you talking about? Like, what? Also, I guessed it right too. There's 3 kids there. There's 5 kids in total. I guessed one of them was in the mech. I'm sure another one of them is going to go in the next mech, and I'm sure another one of them is going to go in the last mech. And he's only going to end up with maybe 2 kids that are alive. I bet. If that. 56 for Gaius, yep. Like, if that. Like, and Gaius has clearly expressed a lot of remorse for what he's done, and he's realized that he's very wrong. He was very wrong, and now he's trying to atone or amend some of the problems that he caused. But, yo, his past is catching up with him at Mach 5 here. It is catching up with him so fast. And like in a really graphic and terrible way too. Like that is like such a visceral thing. And Final Fantasy kids from the appropriate age, crazy. Cause like, man, you know, if people are upset about like redemption arc for Gaius, like, they're putting him through the ringer, so like, damn. Fighting 14 is good for that. To a point, I don't know. I think I think this is a bit unnecessary. This feels a little gratuitous, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want Gaius to suffer like this. Like, I don't want that to happen. Oh, 14, yeah. Delay and such, okay. I don't want Gaius to suffer. Like, why not? Because I don't think, oh, okay, good. I don't like it when people suffer. Simple as that. Like, I don't have that kind of malice in my heart. I don't have any kind of malicious will or desire to see people in pain. You know? Yeah, Calnath, whatever you say. Yeah, creating more suffering helps no one. Healing and doing better improves the world. Mm-hmm. That's why, like, Gaius is kind of on the right path here. He's really taken that whole action He's really taken action to the whole, like, I'm going to, like, make some change. Like, I'm going to, like, make a better world. Like, I'm gonna do better. You know? So, Helgata, does that mean he deserves to suffer? Does that mean pound for pound it should be equal? And I would also even argue, he did care about he cared through his own lens about Eorzea's people. I would argue that. Now, we know that his perspective, if his perspective in the lens he was looking at things was wrong, but he in his own way did care about them. He wanted to save them. He wanted to save Eorzea. That's what he believed. He believed in conquering Eorzea, he would be saving it from its rampant primal infestation, so to speak. But even if his opinion were true that he was conquered Eorzea, does he deserve to, like, be in pain and suffer? Like, does he deserve that then? Because I suppose I would argue, if you have a situation like that, either somebody can't be saved, like, either somebody can't be saved and you kill them, right? Or somebody can be saved, and then you try to do your best to help them make amends, or to really have them make their own amends. And, like, I agree with Esmira, like, he's genuinely trying to make amends, and he deserves a chance to do so, in my opinion. And I would also agree, because I would agree that I don't believe Gaius ever got a chance. I believe this is true for a lot of Garleans, actually. A lot of Garleans fit into this bill, where they never got a chance to actually do their thing, to do better. Because when you grow up in a system based around brainwashing, indoctrinating, and like spewing propaganda into every facet of society, it turns out it's really hard to just break away from that. If that's been your entire life since you were born, how are you not gonna get indoctrinated? To at least some level, to some degree. The thing that makes us change our experiences are when we experience new experiences. Like, I believe he was doing the best he knew how to do in a bad situation. I think that's true for a lot of Garleans, yeah. Like, the reason why Gaius' opinion changed is because he had new experiences that proved his past experiences and views to be incorrect. So he took the new experiences and moved with them and became a better person. Because when you grow up in a society that brainwashes you, you don't just go, la-ti-dee-ti-da. Oh no, I've suddenly and randomly realized that I'm a bad guy. No, from your perspective, you're not the bad guy, because that's all you've ever known. Like propaganda is really bad shit, dude. Like, literally, a society that brainwashes you is really intense. You have to pretty much have new experiences to, like, break away from that. And those new experiences could come in the form of maybe meeting somebody, becoming close to somebody, you experiencing something firsthand. Like, things like that, you know, right? And Gaius had that to happen to him. Which is why I don't necessarily, like, which is why I don't really want him to suffer, because now that he's had those new experiences, he's learned from his mistakes and he's trying to do better. He's not looking for forgiveness so much as he's looking to undo what he did. He's looking to heal the wounds that he caused, which I think is very responsible of him. That is not true, Renton. That is not true. There's nothing to suggest in the story that the Popularis are somehow enlightened in comparison to the rest of society. We know that they're pushing for reform, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes from the perspective of people not knowing, like, what they do is wrong. The Popularis is not pushing for the Empire to be disbanded. Remember that. They're pushing for reforms to be made. We don't even know what these reforms look like. We know they're a bit more open-minded in comparison to other factions in the Empire, which makes perfect sense, because they're focused more so on the welfare of their own people, and making sure that those people are in a better state. But that has nothing to do with, that has nothing to do with, the idea of, propaganda taking control of people's lives. Because, yes, Maxima's alright, but remember, their leader was Asai! That was a real thing that happened! And while he might have been sort of this double agent, so to speak, that doesn't really mean anything. Reform can still mean aristocracy. We know nothing about their plan. Exactly. We know hardly nothing. No one in the story is trying to make Gaius suffer, really. I see it more like his own past catching up with him. For sure, I'm just saying it's uncomfortable to, watch this happen. You know. Yeah, in the long run, Popularis might have led to an even stronger industrial, Garlemald. Asai was likely a wake-up call for Maxima, too. Yeah, Maxima saw what fucking went down, and that's why he defected. Because it's like he had a new experience. It's like this is a running theme. And even, here, you want to know another example? And you guys are going to hate me for bringing this up, but let's use Xenos as an example, because he's a good example. Xenos finally experienced an emotion once in his entire life, and that was because of us. And that was enough to make him forsake the entire Empire. My god, my husband. Do you like Xenos too? Sorry, but no, but think about that though. And Xenos' situation is obviously different, but he was subjected to a new experience that made him change his entire world. Literally, that happened. You can't say I'm wrong about this, because this is objectively correct. That is what happened. He had a new experience that changed his worldview. And while I'm not saying Xenos is, off to be a good guy, redemption arc, I'm not saying that's happening, but what I am saying is, that's what made him turn his back on the Empire. It was literally this idea of, first of all, we all know Xenos wasn't crazy about the Empire really at any point. Dude is 26 years old, and I'm pretty sure realized before Gaius that the Empire was full of bullshit. He's half of Gaius's age, and realized the Empire was bullshit before Gaius did. Which is probably a position he was afforded due to his status. I'm assuming he was able to have a wider perspective in that sense. But then when he's able to experience a positive emotion, he realizes, wait, there's something more to life. I gotta go hang out with this warrior of light person. And maybe, be their bestie. Be their best friend now. Because they're my only friend. And because of that positive experience he had in that moment, that's kind of the tipping point for him to move on and kind of take control of his life. Which is the first time he's basically done that. I'm going to murder my dad and spend what little stability the Empire had and end the Popularis just to fight my BFF again. Yes. After that positive experience. Yes, because he knew he was going to be probably taken into custody and either executed or imprisoned for a long period of time. Which means any bit of that positive experience would be closed off to him forever. Which is why he was just like, yeah, might as well die. That's what that means. Y'all, I'm just saying, I got Xenos' number down to a T. Xenos would find being in prison the most boring thing possible, correct? Xenos was like, I'm gonna die happy. Yeah, for sure. I don't think Xenos was thinking of the resident treatment there. I don't think he even knew that was a possibility. I really do think it's simply just, I'm gonna die happy because I know whatever's next is not gonna be what I want, and I will likely never experience a life like this again. Then he kind of got a second chance and he's like, boom, gotta go do it again. Do you think? I'm like 99% confident. There is no research or reason or lore to suggest that Xenos would have known the Resident would have given him a second, like a immortality, so to speak. Oh yeah, no, most of his lines were like expecting him, he was expecting to die. He was hoping for better or for worse that he was going to die in Alamigo. Like, he wants to fight us again because he was denied that first perfect moment, yes. Xenos was surprised he came back, yeah, and he does express that. You gonna do it again and take the world with him? If it means fighting the Warrior of Light, then yes. Cutscene of his initial reaction to surviving, that would be very interesting. Yeah. And this isn't me taking a shot at anybody in particular. Y'all are great, but I do think it's routinely very interesting how often people misinterpret Xenos. It's really interesting. Look, I get it. I like Xenos, right? We were talking about him earlier, but like, I think a lot of people really miss the mark, like really badly, on a lot of his scenes. We've not done 5.5 yet, no? Let's cause the end of the world. See, because people really do not want to see a person there. Yeah, sure. Xenos is dumb and bad like Listo. Stormblood bad. Stormblood's bad because dumb and bad. People really like Xenos before Shadowbringers. It's become a bit of a meme that no one likes him for some reason. I don't think it's a meme that no one likes him. At least in my experience, it's a meme that lots of people like him. Then again, I follow a lot of Xenos fans. But like, I'll say this, like, I don't think it's so much as Xenos being like, well, time to end the world because, yeah, I think it's literally just because Xenos is quite literally willing to do anything to fight the Warrior of Light again. He would, anything. He would burn the world just to spend some time with his bestie again. Which is like, kind of romantic in a way, but, but like, he doesn't have sort of the intention necessarily of like, I'm gonna end the world because I'm evil. It's literally just like, if this is what it takes, then so be it kind of mindset. Because, if I may point out, we all saw the scene of him and Fandaniel at the end there, where he's just like laying on the throne looking absolutely bored out of his mind. Like, just absolutely bored out of his mind. And Fandaniel's like, I'm gonna dance around in a little circle. Can I go blow up the world, boss? And Xenos is like, can I fight the Warrior of Light? And he's like, yes. And he's like, all right, fine. He was asleep even. Yes. Also correct. Also correct. Apparently the end justifies the means is a mindset that runs in his family. And it's very interesting to see it manifest in different ways. And 3 different ways. Literally. Emmett, Varys, and Xenos all have sort of the end justifies the means, but for all different things. Isn't that interesting? I think it is. It's a parallel. Aha. But the fight's gotta be better than last time. He needs that new rush of fighting us when we're even stronger. We'll be stronger than the little apocalypse, and whoever wins, things are guaranteed to be final that time. Because Xenos is scared about what comes after, right? Xenos is terrified of a world that exists, and really, in its just state, right? Like, he's terrified of living a life of boredom because there's nothing to look forward into life. Like, he's depressed. It's really obvious, actually. A lot of people miss that one. I don't know how. It's really obvious. Like, he's extremely depressed, and he doesn't want to live in a world where there's really no future for him. And, like, I can understand where he's coming from on that, right? Like, he's really, like, chasing that high the last time he fought you and he needs to feel something again. Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. Like, no, I agree with that. Yeah. Xenos do be kind of relatable In some ways, yes. Basically, Xenos needs some of the good drugs. Not, I mean, sort of. He needs some serotonin. That's what he needs. But like, it's basically this idea of like Xenos is caught in a world that has nothing for him, and has nothing really, right? Xenos needs a chill pill. Xenos needs like a solid, like 30-day long therapy session. He needs that. He needs like a solid 30-day long therapy session, maybe a back rub, and like some like, you know, morality homework or something like that. The next challenge, that next rush of adrenaline. Just some intense therapy. Counteroffer, kill the therapist. No. It'll shimmer their first experience. Oh my god. Rather than fighting against his bestie, he's fighting beside his bestie. I'm so hoping for that. I don't think it's gonna happen, but like, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I don't think it's gonna happen, but could you imagine? Xeno sees therapy as an absolute dump truck of an ass. He's just like me. Exactly. Big butt, sad, boom, we're the same person. No, I'm kidding. This is a joke. This is a joke, by the way. This is all a joke. What I am hoping for, what I am kind of hoping for is I do hope Xenos helps us in some way. And Endwalker, I kind of want him to sacrifice himself in a way. Like, I think it would be really cool if like we have like super battle with like Xenos, but then Fandaniel's like, LOL, I'm gonna blow up the world, and that means the Warrior of Light 2, and Xenos is like, no, I don't think so, actually. And then, like, sacrifices himself to save us, in a way. Because, like, I feel like I could see that happening. I could see there being this moment of maybe him, maybe having a bit of that realization that's like, maybe it's more important to keep those people that I care about alive and safe, and we're really the only person he cares about. So he really sees the only way to do that through some sort of like sacrifice, like some kind of this grand sacrifice to happen, you know? I think there might be a moment where Fanny gets a little too annoying and Xenos allows you to help him kill Fandaniel. I could see that, yeah. But I can see that specifically in the frame of like Fandaniel trying to kill us off, and Xenos is like, I really could. Personally, I want to see us offer Xenos mercy and redemption for him to reject it. Personally, I want to see us offer Xenos mercy and redemption than for him to accept it. But yeah, no, like, that is Ultra Mega Zodiark final boss or some shit. There's no in between, right? Yeah. I'm on the side of neither Fandaniel nor Xenos being the actual villain of Endwalker. I could see it being Zodiark. I could see it like legit being Zodiark, and like that's the final end. As you saw in Stormblood, Xenos likes to go out by his own means, not somebody else's. Which is what I mean is why I think I could see him sacrificing himself. Neither Zodiark too. I think we're running out of people, but fair enough. Wait for whatever crazy shit the final area will be. Turns out the final area is just like... Can you see it being Hydaelyn? No, I really can't. I don't know, there's a lot of people that are really die-hard. Ooh, Hydaelyn's evil and she's tempered us so bad. And I just do not see that. I really don't see that. It's the Lox again. Oh my god. Probably unpopular opinion, but I don't feel like a redemption arc for Xenos would be great. I would like it to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh yes, all the player salt, true. The final area is Limsa Lominsa, Aetheryte Plaza, Ligma Lominsa. I'm with Moose on that. Crystal Mom is trying her best. I'm also of that opinion. I do think Crystal Mom is legitimately trying her best. I don't think we're tempered. I don't think she's evil. I think she's just out there trying her best. If Hydaelyn tempered us, would we even be able to fight her? Well, I mean, I guess probably not. Just imagine Xenos turning sides, literally the first cutscene in Endwalker. Oh my god, could you imagine? Xenos in the first cutscene is like, hey, Warrior of Light, I want to hang out with you. And the Scions are like, fuck no, and he's like, please. Please. Shows up conveniently anytime there's a dungeon. He's like, hey, do you need help, though, fighting people in the dungeon? And we're all like, I want to see Xenos in Trusts. I really do. I would love to see him in Trust. That'd be so cool. Oh my god. That'd be so much fun. And then you could have like you could have Thancred and Xenos in the same Trust, and Thancred's making like snide remarks about Xenos, be like I'll like watch your back if you try anything funny, I won't hesitate. And Xenos would be like, yeah, I wouldn't expect that. Or he'll just like chuckle at him or something like that. I could see it. You can take 3 Scions or just Xenos. Xenos can heal, tank, and DPS for you at the same time. Also, that means we could get Xenos and G'raha interaction and like... Ooh. Tiki, you're absolutely wonderful and a delight, and every day that you were in my life is better. That art today was fantastic. I woke up and I squealed. That was so good. I love you. You're fantastic. G'raha's never meant Xenos. Exactly. I want that to happen. I really want that to happen. That'd be so interesting. G'raha, Instinian, and Xenos all together in one Trust with the Warrior of Light. Could you imagine? Oh, that'd be so juicy. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. I think G'raha knows who Xenosin is, but I don't think he's ever met him. Right? Pretty sure. He's a history nerd, so yes, of course he does. Also, Cries, that your sentence there just kind of gave me like a Namazu flashback. Just like, G'raha's a history nerd, so yes, he does. Love you, hun. But yeah, I know he should know about Xenos. I think so. Yeah, Xenos and Trust would be a lot of fun, I think. Cursed. Cursed. Very cursed. There's probably just a description of what he did in Stormblood. Yeah. Probably, yeah. True. He's such a huge Warrior of Light fanboy, he would have read about our fight with him in Stormblood. Because that was a pretty legendary fight. But like, I don't know, even for all of the whole like pomp and circumstance of these legendary battles, I kinda really do hope something of like our final fight with Xenos is just like a 1v1 without any real pomp and circumstance. Like I really do kind of hope for that. It would be really cool. Like no Trust, no dungeon party, no trial party, no light party, just us and Xenos. That's it. Just the 2 of us. And no fancy fireworks or explosions or primals or anything like that. It's just us 2. I think that would be like, I think that'd be very fitting. You play as Xenos Galvis. Oh, that'd be good. he would not justify another 8v1 fight. I think having him be another 8v1 fight would be disappointing. I'd be pretty disappointed there. Because it'd just be like, it's just kind of us going through the ringer again, you know? The writers are not aware of this, for sure. This game isn't a dating sim yet. Yeah, I think it'd just really be poetic and like much more meaningful if it was just a 1v1. You know? Just to like, alright, my enemy, my friend, duel to the death kind of thing. Yo, I want them to add a dating sim so bad. Do you guys want to see my dating sim? Because there's a meme, 1v1, no weapons, just auto attacks. Be kind of fun. Do you guys want to see my dating sim meme? Because I made one. And they were going around on Twitter and stuff. Because I did make one. Oh wait, now I can make this bigger. There we go. Here we go. I made this. Captures my thoughts fairly well, not gonna lie. Especially this one. Amazing. Thank you. I love it. Sammy, did you see mine? I saw yours. It was pretty good. The WTF ending, it's good. DLC route. I don't see how Xenos is the bad end. Well, I mean, to be perfectly fair, Xenos is not the bad end for the Warrior of Light and Xenos. But I'm also, like, I don't know about the dating sims you guys have played, but bad endings are not necessarily bad for the characters involved in the bad ending. A lot of times, bad endings can be bad for the other characters. And that's usually where like my interpretation goes to such things. Thancred is nowhere to be seen. It's because Thancred is married to Urianger? I still think Thancred's really hot. I really do. And I love that boy. He's a good boy. But like I literally cannot picture a relationship with him now. Like he is such a dad and he is so in love with Urianger that I just cannot, like it can't happen. This is main. Yes, this is main. Correct. So Xenos' ending is him, all other choices. What do you mean? Thancred is also your ex who is a wingman for this dating sim. Exactly. Faux sure. Faux sure. So yeah. So yeah, for anybody who's new, if you kind of want to know what my opinions are, here they are. Xenos' ending is him killing all the other choices? Not necessarily, but maybe killing a couple of them, right? I don't know. Just my vision of, like, the bad ending here is, like, it probably would be pretty dangerous for Xenos and the Wool to, you know. Who would Thancred be rooting for out of all of these? Hancock. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. Thancred would probably be the most enthusiastic about, like, probably G'raha. Maybe Moon. Like, for Hancock, he'd be like, no. And for Xenos, Thancred would be like, Eris, what? And then for Emmett, he'd be like, Eris, what? And then for Sinigru, he's like, who? Moon, because that could clear the way for Thancred's good ending. True, if you end up dating Moonbrita, Thancred gets his best ending. Because that means him and Urianger date.